Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Well, it's a gloomy day. Look at it out there. My God. But, that's not going to hold us back. I just woke up. I'm a little sleepy. But let's go ahead and jump back into it, shall we? Alright, back to it. It's another morning. I woke up pretty recently. But man, I am ready to get into that Bach. I feel really good about it. Last night was kind of a bad one. I didn't play very well, and I didn't play very much. I have a good feeling about today, because we are going to be watching that Julian Bream masterclass. Whoa. And we're going to be working on a whole lot of Bach. Speaking of which, we're playing BWV 1001, all 4 movements, and in that, my main focus will be memorizing the Adagio and the Siciliana, as well as working on dynamics and interpretation for the fugue, so you'll probably hear the fugue today. And then of course the Soar Mozart variations, just working on that. We're gonna piddle our way through that one as usual. But yeah, that pretty much covers everything. I've been taking this time to answer comment questions, so let's take a look at the comment section. Now, I don't have any prepared for today. I do have one prepared for tonight. I'm not gonna answer it now because it's more relevant to the night sessions anyways. So I'm gonna try to find something relevant to the morning sessions. Let's do it. Okay, I do have to address this. So I had a video recently where we watched a John Williams masterclass, and you guys had a lot to say about it, so let's just go through some of those comments. And this one's from log 91. John Williams does not run a tight ship, so you kind of know how I feel about it. So this one's from Last Chairbender, friend of the channel. What's up, man? How's it going? God, JW's preamble before his masterclass gave me anxiety. Yeah, that preamble is really weird. What a horrible way to set something up. With that beginning speech, he's giving his masterclass like no chance of success. He's like, this is going to be weird and bad and awkward, so just like change the channel, okay? That's kind of how I felt watching it. Then you also said, let's be real though, John Williams didn't do a great job leading the class. No, he didn't. Yeah, it almost felt like everybody in that masterclass was on like equal footing. Like John Williams was just another student. He was just suggesting stuff, like trying to lead a little bit, but not really. And I get wanting your students to have their own ideas and all that, but you are literally John Williams, the master that we all came here to learn from. Take control of your class, man. We would accept complete authority from you. And then he also said, but whoever produced and edited it did him dirty. That was comically bad. Yeah, man, that thing, all the zooming and stuff. What got me was the zoom, and then they would pan across the room. It was just this stream of colors that you'd see until it arrived at someone's big face, and you can like see their acne and stuff. It's like so zoomed in. Okay, so that's a funny one. Oh, all right, so this next one is from Carrie Morrow, which, Karen, I answered your question a while ago. You said you were interested in lute. This guy plays lute on his channel. Maybe you want to check him out. Pretty cool. Thanks for including a John Williams masterclass. No problem. I feel like I had to, right? Interesting way of running things in a masterclass. Yeah, it really is. If Julian Bream had a practice dungeon, I'm pretty sure Segovia had a dungeon for people who didn't follow his fingerings. Yeah, and say what you will about Segovia, he also knew how to run a masterclass. I'm a little hesitant to show them, just because the video quality is so bad for them, it's kind of hard to hear. I just don't think it'll be that great of a viewing experience. Man, the Julian Bream ones, they're perfect, because they're run basically perfectly, and the video quality is really good, and you can hear everybody really clearly. It was just made for what I do here. Like, I love them so much. And there's 3 of them, I believe. So there's quite a few. Alright, here's another one. This one's from Scott Connuck. G. John Williams masterclass is the polar opposite of the Segovia masterclasses with Michael Delaney, I think. Oops. Which is still being talked about today. Perhaps Williams is conscious of the fact that excoriating the student. It's a nice vocab word there, excoriating. The student serves little purpose. However, there is such a thing as being too nice and not asserting oneself and steering advanced students in the right direction. No one will listen to you if you do not aggressively take charge and lead the way. After all, the whole purpose of a masterclass is to learn and improve! Exclamation mark. So true, man. That was my main criticism with it too. Like, you don't want to excoriate your students. I mean, I guess it just goes to show you, like, not everybody is a people person. And I think that's something that you really have to be to teach in this kind of setting, especially. He would probably be more interesting in a one-on-one lesson. And maybe he recognized that. He recognized that it's not his strong suit, but there was like pressure to do a public masterclass because everybody else is doing it, man. Masterclasses just aren't his thing. Let's go into one more, and then we'll call it a day. Alright, I think this one pretty much sums it up. This one is from Adrian Buridej. Hope I said that right. John Williams masterclass. Never seen anyone so bored in their life and so totally uninspiring to the player and the class! Exclamation. Does he know that he is meant to be John Williams? The John Williams? Watching paint dry is more interesting. Wow. I think that pretty much sums it all up. Watching paint dry is more interesting than John Williams teaching a class. It's just not his thing. There are a lot of really nice things about John Williams. I mean, you remember that documentary. You remember how sweet of a man he was in his rock band. But I won't subject you guys to that again. Maybe I will, actually. I don't know if there are any other John Williams masterclasses. I can't imagine he did a lot of them. Didn't seem like he enjoyed it that much. We will be watching a Julian Bream masterclass today, so that will be pretty exciting. Already, just from that masterclass on pieces I'm not even working on, I feel like I've learned so much. Like that whole thing with the inner rhythm in a chord when you're strumming, like with your thumb. How many guitarists have you heard that just rip through a chord without thinking about that? So many, right? Like how many chords have I ripped through where the inner rhythm is just completely lost to me? I'm really conscious about that now, and it sounds great. Like I think it's an amazing thing to think about. I think Julian Bream is just better at delivering those little nuggets of knowledge that are just helpful for everybody, and that makes it interesting for everyone, even if you're not even learning the pieces. Alright guys, thank you so much for all those comments. Those are all wonderful comments, and they really add to the channel. So, you know, if you have any other comments about it, feel free to post them here. If you want to comment on anything else I said, if you want to argue with me, feel free to do that too, or agree with me. That's fine also. Well, we can go ahead and wrap up this portion. So, let's go ahead and make our way to the piano bench. So I'm going to start with the Bach, and I am just going to frolic and have fun in the fugue for a while. What a wonderful place to be. Like, how lucky am I that I get to have an entire fugue memorized, and I just get to play in it every day. And it really does feel like I'm frolicking when I play it. I'm excited about that, and that's what we're going to do for a while. So, I will see you on the other side. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. I usually try to like burn myself out in the first half, and then I am always well burnt out. So I'm cutting it off at around an hour. Mainly been working on the Siciliana and Adagio. So those are coming along, but I'm not going to play those for you because you just heard those. Let me bring you closer. We're getting rid of the pillow because I am going to play the fugue, just the first half of it. This ain't an extravaganza. The name of the game is having fun and expressing myself. Well, that kind of sucked. I'm going to do that again, just in case. I'm going to file my nails just a little bit. Let's try that again. whatever. I feel okay about that. I don't feel that great about it, but I feel okay. Definitely better than the first take. So I'm wrapping it up a little bit early in hopes that I'll go for longer in the second half. Alright, well, let's take that break and try to wash away all the sadness I feel from that one, and then we'll come back to it. Come on. So we left off with this guy. This guy's done. We're moving on to a new guy. Oh, I think the next guy is Forbes. Forbes Henderson. Who could forget that name? There he is. Oh my god. How much do you think that guy is worth?
That was the first prelude that Darko played, and now we've got the last prelude, the fifth prelude.
Ooh. For some reason I thought this would be 1, 2, and 3. We're doing the fifth. Alright, nice. I love the fifth prelude. I like playing that one.
Somebody told me there were 6 preludes to this set.
Nope, that's 5 and a choro, not a prelude.
Did you ever hear that? One got lost. Very sad. I'm sure it would have been a rather brilliant one to end the whole set, because by and large the music pretty sultry, and one needs a rather lively piece to end with.
I never really liked the order of the preludes. I don't know what order they should be in, but I don't like the first and second one being back to back. I feel like the second one should be slower. Yeah, maybe switching around 2 and 3. That's maybe how I would do it. I don't know. I'll think about it. Oopsie whoopsie. Ooh, what a charming guy. He was out of tune. Oh, dude. This guy takes after Julian Bream. He's learning from the best. 2 peas in a pod there. That makes him very likable. I like Forbes. God, he is like a young Julian Bream. Look at him. Oh my god, that's so weird. I just noticed that. Whoa, dude, this is like his son. Oh my god, are you seeing that? Right now, he looks like if Julian Bream were an actor, and there was a sequence where he had to be, like, 18 again or something, and they just put a wig on him. They do that in Dexter. Have you guys ever seen Dexter? I need to show that now, sorry. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen the show. We're talking about Dexter here. Whenever they do a flashback when he's a teen, they just put a wig on him and call it a day. That's what they do to make him younger. They just slap a wig on a 35-year-old. He's 14, right? There's him as an adult, there's him as a teenager. That's what this looks like, though. That just looks like Julian Bream in a wig. Okay, dude, the first time was cute. You gotta tune your guitar before this thing, man. Alright, I think we get the idea.
Well, that wasn't...
He had him play the whole thing, and that wasn't what?
Yes, well, that wasn't quite as good as you probably can play it.
He's like, yeah, dude, thanks, man. You're so right.
I can see you're very tense. And you know, this shoulder's awfully sort of locked in. Have you ever thought about that? And you have a very high footstool. And then even when you're playing, you're actually have got your foot raised on the high footstool. I think the whole instrument's too high, and this shoulder too far over. Very, very tense. I think if you could relax a little more...
Dang, look at Julian's footstool. The thing is nice.
The instrument and you would breathe, and the music would be more forthcoming. It's a little quick and a little bit unbeautiful where you played it.
That's brutal, man. Oh, wow. He's playing that real slow. Feel bad. Feel bad about yourself. Let the beauty overpower your unbeauty. Beautiful.
I think it was a little smoother. Do you think? Well, I take it that
like father, like son. Tune your guitars, guys.
That's right.
It's difficult to do if it's too slow.
Yes, but on the other hand, it's not quite so much a question of tempo as a question of character. Smoothness. Then move on a bit. If you then put it back, then move on a bit. Then put it back. Has to be done with a certain caressing quality, done with love.
To be done with love, of course. Man, too bad I didn't watch this when I was playing this piece. Maybe I'll just go into those 3 preludes. I hope they cover the second one. That'd be really cool. I have a feeling they're gonna cover the third one though, because Julian seems to like that one. Try feeling some love. You ever try that?
just going to interrupt.
Not with love, my friend.
Oh, go on.
Don't stop. It's like a scared animal, dude. Don't stop.
Can you see that? He's really strained over there. Just pull that back a bit, get your head up, get your foot on the footstool, and relax.
Put your foot on the footstool, man. It was just like off somewhere else.
Yeah, carry on.
He is leaning over quite a bit too. That's never a good thing.
Yes, but all these things are like terrible wounds to my heart. You see, they should be much with care.
And you can really hear the difference when he does it too. It reminds me a lot of words, where somebody can say something, and just depending on the tone, it can either be a terrible wound to your heart, or it can be this caring, nurturing thing, you know? Music's a lot like that. So don't make it a terrible wound.
Lose all sense of time. Let it fade away, then into tempo.
You had to take a moment after that one.
Smooth. Crescendo. We're getting to the top of the phrase. Oh, God. That's horrible. No. With affection.
Don't break his heart, man.
Look, listen.
Yeah, the Forbes one has 10 minutes left, and I feel pretty rested now. So I'm going to call it here. We're going to watch the rest of this one in the next time. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Let's get back to practicing now. All right, well, I am going to get back to it. I'm mainly going to focus on the Presto and the Siciliana, I guess. I'll see you there. Okay, I think I'm about ready to call it in the morning. So, let me bring you closer. Well, I've mainly been working on the first page of the Presto, so I'm just gonna play that for you. And the tempo's gonna be uneven, but it'll be okay. Now we're gonna slow down. Picardy third. So that was the first page of the Presto. There are 2.5 pages in total. I'll need a few more days to work it all up to speed, and then I'd give it like 2 weeks until we're like done with that one, until we can like read through the whole thing. And then it's time to move on after that. So, pretty cool. That's enough practicing for one morning. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Let's do it. Alright, well, that's the morning session. So, if you enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, all that stuff. Yeah, and leave a comment, especially if you have a question about something. I'd be happy to answer it in the chair. We can wrap this one up here. I'll see you tonight.